There are only a few groups whose music has survived for as many generations as Earth, Wind, and Fire. And joining me now are two of its members, two of its co-founders, Verdine White and Ralph Johnson. Welcome back to Washington Watch.
Good to see you.
Man, good seeing you, baby.
Good seeing you, sir.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, sir.
As pioneers in this thing, do you find yourself just sitting at home going, do these young cats even understand some of the hell we had to go through? And do they understand that, look, the game has changed. You better be shooting for longevity as opposed to that real quick hit.
Yeah, and you know, that longevity issue is a very important issue. You know, when we first got into this thing, we were expecting maybe a 5-year run, and hopefully we could have gotten that. But as it turns out, it's 42 years in. And I don't know if some of the younger artists coming in understand that longevity, man, you have to work at that. You have to earn that. That's not something that's just going to be given to you because you have a couple of records out.
And also, too, with longevity, as Ralph said, you have to work at it, and you have periods where it's not happening.
Yes.
You know, we've had a 42-year career, but all the 42 years haven't been like at the top. You know, you have periods where you peak, and then you go down to a valley period where you really have to regroup. We have to find out what you're going to be again, reinvent yourself, as you would in life.
But the beauty you guys have, though, is that even when you're going through those peaks and valleys, you still have locked in a fan base who still says, man, I want to jam with Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I just think, when I think about Frankie Beverly and Mays, I think about the OJs, I think that is still a valuable commodity as opposed to say, man, ain't nobody out in that stadium.
Well,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, and we've seen some of those.
We have. You know what Maurice had mentioned when we first started, we always concentrated on having a great show, because he said if we always had a great show, if we never had a hit record, people would always come to see us.
That's right.
And so now, Roland, our reputation precedes us. If you know that Earth, Wind, and Fire is coming to your town, you're going to buy a ticket because you know it's going to be a solid show.
And I want you to expound on that, because when you talk about, again, that reputation, I look at what's happening with Cat Williams in terms of concerts being canceled and arrests and things along those lines. And you can talk about other artists as well. You hear all these different stories. From a fan standpoint, they are personally invested. When they drop that money for a ticket, you're right, they want to see a show. They don't want to see drama. They don't want to see fights. They don't want to see your personal issues on stage.
And they don't want to see you coming on late.
Oh, well,
then also,
some of y'all
I could go back in history and talk about artists that used to come on late.
Well, and also to see, as Ralph said, you know, we've always started our concerts on time because we understand what the average public goes through. They work in 9 to 5, if they have a job at all. We always call Monday nights, Tuesday nights in our business are school nights. So the best concerts are Thursday, really through Saturday.
There you go.
So you have to understand really where they're coming from. You got to get out of there by 11 because they got to go to work.
They might have babysitters.
Exactly.
Dig it.
Exactly. So you know, when you're in tune to the audience, you understand that. So I think our audience really know that we love them from that standpoint, and we don't keep them up late, you know, and we try to give them the best show. And don't forget, now ticket prices are much more expensive now than it was when we first started. I got a ticket stub from the 70s that somebody sent me.
$750?
$7.95.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Now
I've got
$7.95 for a concert.
And now the average a ticket price is like $125.
That's the tax.
Right.
Thank you. Right.
So you have to really be, you know, aware and sensitive and have compassion for your audience, you know. And as I said earlier in our interview, we were about love. Those lyrics, when you listen to those lyrics, Head to the Sky, all those wonderful lyrics, Open Our Eyes, Devotion, That's Where the World, those really were about love.
I wanted to say...
Final comment, Ralph.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, you know, when Maurice first put this thing together, Roland, he wanted to make sure that this group, when it appeared live, just was unstoppable and very, very memorable. And so today, here we are in 2013, getting ready to do another summer tour.
Well, I can tell you right now, in the world of social media, that is so valuable, because what happens, man, and look, I'm one of those folks. If I'm seeing a bad concert, I'm lighting it up in front of my 300,000 followers. But today, man, when you put it on, folks are saying, man, you got to see them when they come to town, and it reverberates all around the world.
Yes,
always good to have you in Washington.
Thank you, Roland.
So much.
Renee and Ralph, thanks a bunch.
Good to see you.
Do it again.
Thank you.
And next time, we're going to have them in ascots. I'm trying to tell you.
Exactly.
Up next, laughing.